Hello and welcome to another episode of the Total Modcon Podcast. As you can see, somebody's had a trouser accident, and I wonder who that is.
It's not me for a change, hey.
Him for a change. So yes, I am Blunners, your host, and as you can see, I'm joined by Tim Triangle Face.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Very good. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Feeling better after last week?
Yeah, no trouser accidents today, but yeah, it's still early. It's still early in the night.
Still early days, right?
Yeah.
So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. We've got some Game of the Year predictions. We've got the Nintendo Switch 2 sales. PlayStation Portal has an update. GTA delayed again. There's some Simpsons in Fortnite. And any questions you guys want to ask us. So before we get to any of them, we're going to go through the chat and have a quick wander and see who's in there. But first of all, I just want to announce, is it Worst Jargo? You have leveled up on me. So thank you, sir. I hope you enjoy your membership. So we have Mr. Dave Newland Music, Mike Holton, How Now Brown Cow, Rob Taylor, Timothy Anshaw, Chris Dunham, Gene Jake, Peter Redwin. So yeah, we
Good evening.
Good evening. Oh, David also has put in here. Switch 2 is a slight price drop, so we'll get to that later. Especially in time for crowd. Oh, and pray for trousers. So yeah, pray for Ollie's trousers. Yeah. I think they will be ruined. So yeah, so we'll go into your first topic, and that is, what are you playing?
Yeah.
So I'll start this week, Tim.
Yeah, go on.
What have I been playing? Well, if people do follow the channel, you will see I do have the latest Metroid Prime 4 amiibo.
Very nice. Look at that. That's
is
so nice.
Like Akira. It is amazing, man. And I can't wait for the game. Game is out in a month. But yeah, also got the other one. There is another amiibo that comes out. It doesn't come out until, hang on, I've got it the wrong way around now. The other amiibo comes out just as the game comes out next month. So I've already got all them ones locked in, ready to go. But yeah, they are getting better and better as they come out. I remember the first editions had these huge plastic things going through them and just looked awful. But the ones now are like proper bits of art.
Nice.
So yeah, I've been doing my usual. I cannot get off that new Pokemon game, ZA or ZA, the Americans call it. It is so good. I'm just enjoying just wandering around, being able to just attack on the fly. I'm right near the end of the game. I'm about 40 hours in now, pretty much nearly completed the whole Pokedex. And then in December, there's some DLC coming out. So that will keep me tied over for Christmas, obviously with Metroid and all the games I'm going to get for Christmas as well. So yeah, I really think it's such a great game. You see them all out. I think it's still kind of turn-basy, but not, if you know what I mean. Like, you have your selection of attacks. You can attack instantly, but then you can if you pick a strong move, it can take longer to obviously get that move to come off. Then you can get hit whilst you're mucking around trying to do that move. So yeah, quicker. You could get hit with 2 quick attacks by the time you've done one of your attacks, if it's like a hydro pump or something stupid like that. So if you're taking longer, or a solar beam, you can get hit with other attacks while you're waiting. And I took part this weekend in the new Kirby Air Ride. There was a tester. So the game comes out in a couple of weeks. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I do have the amiibo coming because they are very expensive. But apparently they are huge. They're like double the size of this one.
Yeah.
So I didn't really play Air Ride on the GameCube, and I think they've missed a trick of not getting that game out now on the Nintendo Switch Online. So they've missed a trick not getting that out there now, so people can play it, and then people can get used to how it plays and what it's about. To me, it's a bit of a poor man's Mario Kart, but there's a lot of extra stuff to go with it. Yeah, mate, fingers crossed, Analog do ship their N64 variant, because that is fantastic. That thing does look good. But so Kirby's Air Ride looks fantastic. Also been playing a bit of my Steam Deck. I've got a couple of games I've been playing on there, but I'll bring that up on when we do a Steam Deck show. So yeah, that is mainly what I've been playing. I'm trying to get it done in time for Metroid next month. But I've also bought the new, I've also bought that Pac-Man game I haven't had a chance to play yet, and I've also bought Resident Evil Requiem as well. Haven't had a chance to play that. Not Requiem. The Resident Evil 8, is it? I haven't had a chance to finish that either. So yeah. So Tim, what have you been playing?
So I've been playing a few things on the Steam Deck. So I've been playing, well, actually I've got it on Game Pass, but I've been like playing it a bit on my Steam Deck as well, because you can stream it on Games Online. And that's the Ball X Pit that you recently did a video on as well.
Yes. Yeah.
So you know that one, but that's really fun. That's quite a good pick up and play, because the runs are quite short. Like if you do a run, it's normally like 10 minutes. So you're not kind of dedicating a huge amount of time. And it's quite a satisfying game to play, because you're kind of leveling up your attacks and stuff constantly. You get new combos and things like that. So it's always, and
it's out on everything as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite accessible. It's just a fun little, I would call it a shooter, really, because it's not like a paddleball game, because you shoot balls out and they bounce around, but then they don't come back to you like a paddle to bounce. They kind of just go off and then automatically come back to you. So it kind of feels more like a shooter than it does a paddleball game.
The constant upgrade system on that as well.
Yeah. And I quite like getting ones which like getting balls that pass through enemies, and then balls that like split off into, what do they call the little ones? Are they babies? They call them like
I know what you mean.
Get ones that split off to babies, and then what happens is you can kind of get the ball behind the pack, and then they split out, and then you have all these balls bouncing around like crazy at the back, and like killing loads of enemies where you're trying to take out the front. There's quite a few different tactics in it as well, because you could be like, right, I want to focus on power-ups that make it better if you're in line. And then rather than trying to hit people at the side, you just go straight on like a normal shooter. And there's power-ups that will kind of aid and assist that style of playing. Or you can get ones which are like, oh, you're going to try and get behind them. You get more points if you hit the back wall and all that sort of stuff. So there's a little bit of tactics to it. It's harder than it looks, though. If you look at it, it looks like it's going to be really easy. But actually, it can get quite difficult. You have to keep going back in and leveling up. So that's quite fun. I
was saying, I found there was a bit too much leveling up, because it was like you're constantly leveling up. But the actual concept of the game is fantastic, and I think you need to get used to it, because obviously it's kind of like the games we've played before. But like you were saying, I was waiting for it to come back to the paddle, and it doesn't. That was throwing me at first, and like you get better hit points for it if the ball goes around the back and starts hitting them, rather than you hitting them face on. So you're trying to deflect and find little like areas. But for like I said, it's free on Game Pass. It's £10 to own. It is, well, it's about £10 to £11 to own. It is a great little title, and like you said, it's something really easy to just pick up and play. That's one of the games I've been playing on the Steam Deck, and I've done a video on it. But yeah, great game. Yeah. But I don't know if it's called Ball X Pit, which is what I thought it was called.
Yeah, I've been calling it
that. I saw videos of it, and people are just calling it Ball Pit. So, but it has ball with a massive X in the middle. So I don't know.
Ball Pit's probably sounds better, doesn't it? It's easier to say.
Yeah,
so it's called Ball Pit for now. But yeah, playing Ball Pit, that's good. The other game I played recently and actually quite liked was Sonic Rumble. I think it's called Sonic Rumble. Let me just double check the name, make sure I'm not getting that wrong.
Is it the latest Sonic? I've heard
it's literally really just come out. It's just come out. Now, I only stumbled across it because it was. Hang on, let me just double check. I think it's called Sonic Rumble. I think it's Sonic Rumble, and it's only just come out last week, and it's basically Fall Guys, but with Sonic characters. So it's free to play, and you can play it on like mobile and PC. And I've been playing it on Steam Deck. And Mags had it on his stream on last Thursday, I think it was, because he does like a community night, and it's like gets people to join. So I jumped on that and started playing it, and yeah, it's quite fun. So I then just carried on playing it after that. Again, another very quick game because there's short rounds. It's very quick to like just have a few goes and then do something else. So it's probably what I'm playing on the most on my Steam Deck at the moment, because I can just have a few rounds and then move on to something else. The way it works is so you kind of, there's lots of different modes. You unlock more as you play, and there's like tons of like skins and effects and stuff you can unlock. So it's all about unlocking loads and loads of stuff. But the game itself, you typically have 3 levels, and it's like Fall Guys. So like the first round, you have people get it's like a standard race, and the last 8 people get eliminated, and then whoever's left goes into the next round. And then the next round is normally a battle, like there'll be like a robot. And the first 8 people to get defeated by the robot get eliminated. And then you do the final round, which is like a ring rush, where it's just like getting the most rings until the time runs out. But the rings you collected in the previous levels carry over. So if you did really well at collecting rings in the race and still managed to qualify, you will be an advantage in the final round. So when I realized that, it's like actually the first level, it's not about coming in first in the race. Actually, it's about having a lot of rings and qualifying. So you're actually better off getting as many rings as you can. It doesn't matter if you don't come in first, because then you're going to be at an advantage in round 3 when it's the winner has the most rings. So there's a little bit of tactics to it. And yeah, it's got all the Sonic sort of graphics and colors and stuff, and it's quite a fun little game. So yeah, I recommend checking it out because it is free.
So it's called Sonic Rumble.
Sonic Rumble.
Oh, I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, it's quite good actually. I've unlocked Robo Sonic now, so I'm playing as Robot Sonic mostly. But the only thing I say with it is the menu is just a bit crazy, and like it takes ages to collect your unlocks, because there's like a challenge at one part of the screen, then there's a shop, then there's the like season pass, then there's an event, then there's another thing, then there's the customization. Whenever you finish rounds, like you've unlocked this, there's currencies for each thing. It's like, oh, you've unlocked these coins that buy you stuff in this shop. And then there's these other coins that buy things in this other shop, and then there's skins you can buy from it. And after a while, it's like, can you just give me everything? And then can I just buy stuff? It's all over the place. But every time you play, you're unlocking like a new outfit or new like points towards getting a new outfit or something, or new skin. Yeah, it's good fun. And then of course the game that's been taking up most of my time, which I'm really trying to complete as we wrap up Game Club, is Dead Space. So I'm playing the Dead Space remake. This is the first time I've really played the game properly. I did play the first one for a little bit, and I always plan on going back to it. So I've gone back on the remaster. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. I'm on chapter 9, so I think I'm getting near the end. We have just been talking before going live about wrapping up this season of Game Club, so we'll have to book in a show, and anyone that's been playing along that wants to talk Dead Space with us is welcome to join. And then we'll set up a vote in the Facebook group for the next game. So I'm hoping I'll get that finished before we do Game Club, because I feel like I'm right near the end. I just need to dedicate some time to it. But I'm finding it a little bit difficult. Like, it's not too difficult where I'm like rage quitting, but it's taken me a few attempts to figure out how to beat some of the harder areas. But it's got a good balance of like how hard it is for you to like be worried about your healing stuff and worried about your ammo. Like, I feel like I only just have enough ammo and just have enough healing items to get through.
Don't go too much on it, because we'll speak about this on the
true. So I'll talk about
but yeah, it is
a Game Club, but it's great. I do love it.
It's a masterpiece. I loved it. As I say, when it first came out, yeah, it was like, that's the kind of thing, because obviously where I've played it I've played it a couple of times on the 360, and the fact you could go into a CX and pick it up for £3. So it's still not too late, guys. If you haven't played it, go and get it for £3. And if you've got an Xbox X, you can just put it straight in there, and it will just play anyway. So yeah, that moves us on to our next topic, won't it, Tim?
Yes. So we were talking about what is going to be the next Game Club game, and we were thinking we might look at some of the Game of the Year candidates.
Yes,
as our next Game Club game. So, what are your thoughts at the moment on? I don't think anything's actually been formally announced, but I think we've got a few predictions about what's going to be at the Game of the Year award runners-up and candidates. What are your current thoughts on your best games this year?
Oof. So I just got put off by Dave Newland's mad Stroke the Beaver.
What game is that? Is that a game? Is that a Game of the Year candidate? I don't know.
What you do in your own time's up to you, mate. But yeah, that completely threw me what I was about to say. But no, for me, I've played one of my game of the years is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I loved it. Absolutely love it. I thought it was so good, well made. Back to being that classic Assassin's Creed. You can go both styles. So you can either be a beefcake and just smash through everyone, or you can be like I was and constantly do your assassins and be a bit more of an actual ninja type. It'd be interesting. Like you said, you've got some of the predictions, but yeah, for me so far, I know what yours is, and I know what Ollie's probably is, but mine is at the minute. It's Assassin's Creed Shadows.
I'm gonna put up there. Gene Jake's got it in a row for me. Claire Obscure. You say you haven't actually played much of that. You played a little bit of it, didn't you? And then you kind of.
Yeah, it didn't really grip me. Like you got, it was a bit too much. I said I was playing it at a time. I didn't have much time, have loads of gaming time, and I remember sitting down and trying to have like an hour, and it was at the beginning of the game, and I barely had got to even do a couple of fights, let alone. It took me a while to get. I think once you could get into it, the story's really good.
Yeah. I think that's the only thing that might hinder its chances of Game of the Year is that it's a particular type of game. Now, I love RPGs and turn-based, and I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. I think it's one of the best turn-based RPGs we've seen since like Final Fantasy X, which was on PlayStation 2. So it's really delivered on a lot of stuff that I love of that genre of games. But it's not for everyone, so maybe it's not going to store it. But based on story, game mechanics, everything it's got in there, I think it is a very would be a very sort of welcome slot for a winner there. I think it kind of would be a very deserving winner if it got it. The other one that I think is really good to be on the list. So we've got here. So we mentioned Claire Obscure Expedition 33. That is my top. You've also mentioned Assassin's Creed. Other ones on this list are Hollow Knight Silk Song.
Yeah, I've played that.
I think it's a bit of a weird one. Like everyone was kind of raving. Everyone's been looking forward to it. It's on Game Pass, so you really should play it. And I did like the first one.
The price, mate. It's the price as well. The price of it is dirt. It's such a great title, and you can. I think it's like £16, brand new, and that's on everything. That's not just on like Steam or a PC sale. That is like it is that price. You said it's free on Game Pass at the minute. But on PlayStation, everything else is £16. It's like it's not even like it's like a 50 or 60 quid game. And they could easily have charged 30 quid for this, 30 to 40. They could easily,
considering the hype and the expectation of it, I think a lot of people have been willing to pay more for it. So yeah, it's nice to see something like that where they could get away with charging more and they don't.
You don't ever hear about it. But
it's very conceivable.
I would say it's rock hard. It's not as easy as you think. Like it is very. I kind of fell off because of that. Like I couldn't dedicate the time needed to master every single area, every single like some of the bosses and that. And then you feel like you're having to do about 50 hits to even do any kind of damage, let alone do like Silk Song is fantastic, but a 17-year-old me I think would have loved it because I'd have had all the time in the world to actually dedicate the time to actually play it, because it's very rewarding. Once it's kind of like your Elden Ring, like it's very rewarding, rock solid, but rewarding when you actually do like what you're supposed to do. There's some great characters, the storyline, the art style. I would say these games that like it's a top game. It's a top game for this year. Oh, definitely.
There you go. What's this one we got? Still home to hear what Blinders thinks of. What's that?
Eintown. Yeah, it's a PS1 game that David spoke to me about. I just haven't had a chance to.
And what I think of Granny's Garden, BBC Micro. I need to give that
the next Uncensored. Yeah, Tim should load it
some
up.
Granny's Garden, absolutely. The other ones we've got on here, we've also got Silent Hill F, which looks amazing. And
I really want that. It's on my list as well.
A lot. I'd love to play that. I've not got to that yet. So yeah, we'll see. That's going to be a strong campaign. Got Ghost of Yoti as well. Which again, visually that looks great. It's not a kind of game style I tend to go for because they are rock hard. But
for me, it was like it's been getting some great stuff. But after spending at least 2 months of Assassin's Creed, like going for every nook and cranny and being in that like Japanese old I just can't. I don't want to go stuck back in Japan again. To be honest, I was
Yeah, I know
I've
what you
been there
mean.
for 2 months. So it's like
It's like I was playing. What is it? I never got into. What's it called? Horizon games.
Oh,
Because I just
tried.
finished playing one of the. I can't remember which one it was, but I just finished playing one of the Assassin's Creed games, and then I started playing it because it was on my list, and it plays very similarly. You know, you've got like the big map, you've got all the different icons on the map of what to go and do.
Yeah.
And I was playing. Like, I've just finished playing a game that's just like this, so I found it really hard to get into it. I was like, I kind of need to go and play something different. It's like, I don't know, a fighting game or a shooter or something else, and then come back to this. I find it hard to do 2 games back to back. Like I wouldn't play an RPG and then immediately go and start playing another RPG. I need to break up the games. The other one that I don't know what you think, but Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It was very good. I did like it. I don't know if it's going to be a Game of the Year winner though.
Yeah, but for me that was last year, December.
Yeah, right at the end of the year, wasn't it?
I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it, and I fully completed it. Went back through, found everything as well. I was hoping it was going to stay Xbox exclusive, but yeah, just to give them something to blooming have. Like, yeah, this is like, and yeah, it obviously hasn't. But yeah, like Mike says, Indiana Jones was fantastic. Really, really enjoyed it. I loved the bit. Like, it took me. I remember sneaking around. Once you find that like German outfit, like the Nazi outfit, you can then just put that on and just stroll around. But certain people will notice you, but you can then start strolling around and then just finding all the little secrets and stuff without being pestered. But I really enjoyed it.
I think one of my favorite bits of that game was that it was very cleverly done, where the intro was like the scene with the boulder.
Yeah.
Which for years everyone was saying, it'd be great to have an Indiana Jones game where you have to run away from the boulder. It's that iconic scene, and the fact that you get to do that, and then it goes off and does an original story. So you're not playing through the whole thing, but you get to do that one section. I
think it's on this list because it missed last year's.
Right. Okay.
Because it was so late. It was like December the 6th, I think it came out. So it missed the actual list, which is a shame because I was just glad to actually play my Xbox, to be honest, because I hadn't been playing it until that came out.
Yeah, same, to be fair. I think this is not an official list as well for anyone listening.
This is just
stuff that's been looked up as like rumors and predictions. The other one I think could potentially be on there is Donkey Kong Bonanza. Obviously Mario Kart World. I presume that's not on the list I've got here. I would imagine Mario Kart World would be a candidate.
Talk about that later,
yeah. Okay.
That's a topic in later. But yeah, wow. There's some, when you look at it, there's been some fantastic like main AAA games this year, and that's not including, like, I would say I've really enjoyed some of the indie scene this year as well.
I mean, Cloud Obscure's indie technically, I guess.
Yeah,
but it doesn't feel like it because it's such a big title. But yeah,
well, for a £16 price tag as an indie title game, do you know what I mean? Price tag. So yeah, I was saying like mainly for me, the AAA games, it might be a bit harder to do that on our game club because obviously everyone will have to. Hopefully, it's the Hollow Knight, so everyone can pick it up for peanuts. But
yeah, we'll put a vote in for
some of
these games and say what do people want to pick. Yeah,
but with David, that moves us on to another topic, doesn't it?
Yeah. Which topic do you want to go into next?
We'll go straight to this.
Do you want to go straight to that?
So GTA has been delayed again. Which no GTA and PS4, which it shouldn't be, to be honest. I think it's too much of a big hitter for that. Was this a surprise to you, Tim? It wasn't for me.
I mean,
really.
To be honest, it's one of those things where there's so many good games we've had. I don't feel like I'm sat around waiting for it, if I'm being completely honest. It's going to be exciting. There's a lot of hype for it, and there are some people that just really ache to get hold of this game and play it. But I kind of just look at what's currently coming out, and I play the next thing that pops up. And where I've got like Game Pass, if new stuff comes up, it's like, oh, that looks good, I'll play that. So I just play what's coming out as it comes out. And yeah, I don't know how long we've been talking about 6 so long now. It's like, and the thing as well, the thing that worries me about it is the price point. They're talking about it being like £100 just for the base game, and it's like, is it going to live up to expectations? And now it's like, are we going to even get it on PS5 at this point? And I put in our Facebook group, it's like, is this going to be a PS5 swan song, or is this going to be a PS6 launch title? And if it is, you're going to say, right, we got GTA 5, what, on the PS3?
It's like, yeah, I got it midnight release. I got it midnight release. It's like what David's put here. Sorry, I meant PS4, not even to have
PS4
a GTA release.
Didn't have a GTA,
just
and then
GTA 5, which is a PS3 title.
Yeah,
I picked mine up, limited special edition one from Blockbusters, midnight release. That's how long ago it came out.
Wow.
We're in a world of £70 standard games, which is mental.
But the thing is that in the meantime, this is what I find hard, right? So £70 standard price for a game, but you just mentioned Silk Song's like 16 quid for a Game of the Year candidate game.
Yeah.
We've got things like I know that a lot of people have struggled with like the price increase of Game Pass. I am debating with myself whether I should continue to pay it or actually cancel that. But with the price of games going up, it's still good value for money for what you get. It's just such a big jump at once. You're like, oh, that's
was it 22? £22? Was it 23?
No, I'd have to double check how much.
I know it's gone up from it was about £13-14, wasn't it? So it's gone up a good £7 or £8.
Yeah, it's gone up quite a bit. Yeah,
and for me, it all depends what games you're getting. So, like, what have you played this year off there that you've played fully to completion, other than Expedition 33, which, when you add up 25, that's what 3 months, and that's a AAA game. Which it depends. I just felt I wouldn't get enough use out of it.
And that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I look at some of the games. It's like Outer Worlds 2 is on there now, and that looks like a great game. But I'm not playing it. I'm still playing Dead Space, which isn't even on the Xbox, it's on the PlayStation. So it's finding the time to play it, you know. So I just want to call out some of these comments. Like, problem with Game Pass, Ginger doesn't think it was even worth it before the increase. And then, sure, a lot of games, but how many did you properly play? And
exactly.
It's like, are you actually playing them? And I quite like this on Mike's. Well, PS2 had 3 GTAs, GTA 5 had 3 PlayStations. Just bringing it back on topic. But yeah, it's.
So I'll just read what they put out.
Yeah.
So
cool.
Rockstar said on X, will now release Thursday, November 19th, 2026. We are sorry for adding additional time to what we realise has been a long wait, but these extra months will allow us to finish the game with a level of polish that you have come to expect and deserve. We want to thank you again for your patience and support. While the wait is a little longer, we are incredibly excited for players to experience a sprawling state return to modern day Vice City. In a statement accompanying its financial results, Take-Two chairman and CEO Rockstar Games will now release Grand Theft Auto on November the 19th. So, yeah, said it's back in Vice City. And I think, is this the cyberpunk effect now taken? Because obviously, no, everyone don't want to release anything after all the problems we had, and with how popular and how good, like it sounds like it's stalling tactic. And I think with all the issues they have here, like Peter's put here, it sounds like a stalling tactic, but because of who they are, they can do what the F they want. There's no one like they're not like, you know, they don't have anyone. If they want to take longer to release it, they know it's gonna sell bucket loads. They can do
I do think because of how much attention it's going to get, they don't want to do a cyberpunk and bring it out early and then have loads of people complaining about it and then need loads of patches and updates. It'll be better for everyone if they just leave it until it's ready and then get it out, I think. But now that they've pushed it back so many times and made people wait so long, they need to get it right. If it comes out and it's all buggy and people have like weird facial textures and stuff and looks weird, everyone's going to be like,
the problem you've got is now, because like you've got PS5 Pro and look, it looks great on it. It will now, obviously, that is the standard. In theory, if you're making a game this big, like they should be making it for more of the PlayStation 5 route, that then it's more accessible for everyone. And then if you've got a PS5 Pro, then well, happy you, because the problem you're going to get is they're now got to make sure it runs perfect on like 2 systems, kind of like what Xbox have with, they've got to make sure it works well on their cheaper version as well as their more expensive version, and
That's
it just
kind of a
becomes a
drawback,
bit more of a
isn't it, I
ball
think,
ache.
as well.
Exactly. Whereas
Yeah.
you just make it to the one, and then which has got the most units that have sold. Look, yeah, when you look at it and look how good it looked like a film. It looked like a movie. It looked, and you know the level of detail, the story, the writing. This game cannot be shit. It has to be like the dog's danglies. It has to be up there to really push. Like while we've been waiting so long, could you imagine if this comes out and it's absolute pap? Like, could you imagine it? Like the backlash they'd get. So, yeah, stalling, taking their time. Like David's put it, Red Dead Redemption 3 rumored to be in development, which is mental. Surely get get GTA done first. And one thing I was thinking this the other day. Why is it always in America? Like the last ones have all been in the States.
We've had GTA London. There was a GTA London years ago.
Yes, we've had GTA London.
Yeah.
We have not. Everything else is all set in America. The last couple have been all set in America, haven't they? GTA 3 onwards, 3, 4, 5, Vice City, San Andreas. Why can't we have ones in different, just not Japan? Because I don't want any more Japan games.
Spent enough time in Japan now.
Can you imagine it? Yeah, I spent enough time in there. GTA Knife Crime Edition. Yeah, just as long as you got your stab vest, you'll be all right. But yeah, I'm not too fussed that it's delayed. I'd rather it like have more time in the oven and come out and be absolute banger. They can't. Red Dead Redemption 3 that is fantastic. I really do hope they do that, but I'd rather them like not do an Evercade and have all their eggs and have all these baskets. Just get it all in the one, get that sorted, get it out. Any more thoughts on this one, Tim, before we move on?
No, I think we've covered it really. It's just that it's got to be good. Yeah. It's got to be worth the wait. It's got to be worth the wait. I mean, I don't mind that it's been delayed personally because I've got enough games. To be honest, this is the same thing I say about having Game Pass. If I cancel Game Pass, I stop buying games. I'm never going to run out of games to play because there's so much on the back catalogue of like free games that have come out and stuff on Game Pass and PlayStation Plus and bundles on Steam Deck and things like that. And like, when you add in like Retro Pies and that sort of thing as well, huge libraries of games. I'm never going to run out of stuff to play. But when you show me a GTA 6 trailer, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to want to get that when it comes out. So just give me some time to save up some money to buy it on launch. I very rarely buy stuff on launch.
I love it, Marcus put. America is the only bonkers back. Well, not the only one. There is a few others out there. But yeah, GTA Luton might be a good one. So, right.
Shall we move on to the next topic?
Yes, yeah. Nintendo Switch 2 sale numbers are out. They're out there. And I am quite surprised of how many they have managed to sell. So I will read you the blurb. And it is Nintendo Switch 2's phenomenal launch. It's continued through September. So this is before Pokemon's even come out. And it is at 10.36 million consoles sold by the end of September. That is more than the original Switch, 4.7 million. That is more than the PlayStation 4, 7.5 million. Or the PlayStation 5 with 7.8 million, and theirs was in COVID. But this makes Switch 2 comfortably the biggest console launch ever. Nintendo shared these sale figures as part of its latest financial results on Tuesday in response to the numbers that the company had raised its forecast from they thought they would sell 15 million units this year. They now think they're going to sell 19 million units in December. And its operating profit of up to 15% for around 2.4 billion. The company's revised its forecast for the US tariffs using these tariff rates will have effect as the end of September. Since it's launched on June 5th, 35% of Switch 2 sales, so that's 3.68 million, have been in America and 22.6 million in Japan, which is 2.35 million units through constrained by stock. So yeah, I'll go. They've also released some sale numbers on their games. Mario Kart World has sold 9.57 million units. Donkey Kong Bonanza has sold 3.49 million units. And Mario Party Jamboree as 1.16 million units. So yeah, that is all up until September, end of September. So that is some big numbers that a Nintendo Switch 2 has sold. What are your thoughts on that, Tim?
Yeah, I mean, one thing I think's probably helped those numbers a lot is that it is available. Like, I've been in shops, it's just there. It's like you could just be like, oh, tempted just to pick up a Switch 2. Whereas that didn't happen with PS5. I know there was like during COVID and stuff, but there's a lot of people that were trying to get a PS5 for like a couple of years before they actually got a hold of one. Whereas like Switch 2, if you wanted one, you can just go and get one. Do you know what I mean? I think that's really helped them actually having that. And even I think the console scarcity that we'd seen previously, the fact that it was available, if someone was on the fence about it, to be able to just walk in a shop and see a Switch 2 on the shelf, where you just haven't had that experience for the last few years, to like just see a new launch console on the shelf, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people just went, fuck it, I'm going to get a Switch 2. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's probably really helped them.
I'm saying what Peter's put here, is that what's sold or what they're saying shipped? As long as it's out of their warehouse, I don't think they give a shit. As long as it's gone and it's like they've got rid of 10 point something million units. That's even before Christmas. And you know, Pokemon is huge out there. Like I think Derek said the same, but they ain't getting returned, are they? So as long as they've got them out, but I think what happened is they must have been banking these last year, making tons of them, because like you said, it is everywhere. I have never known a console release that has been out everywhere. Like I pre-ordered mine from Amazon. It wasn't going to be here in time. I just randomly went to get some food.
Have you lost me? Oh no, have I frozen?
Yeah, you froze. There you go.
I thought you froze.
No, you're back now. No,
am I back?
Yeah.
That's weird. I thought you'd frozen. It was me.
No, so I found really weird that you could like I went down to Argos, to Asda on release night just to go and get some food, and there was boxes and it was saying midnight release tonight. So I was just thinking, what? So I ended up just going, you know what? I'll stay up till midnight. I'll just go and get it then, and that's what I did. I went down there and bought it. I didn't and just sent my one from Amazon back. Cause it was mental. I just don't. It was. I've never like the issues I've had with console releases from when my brothers and my sister used to work in Blockbuster. Of me turning up on the day and it not being there. Like I've never been able to just walk in somewhere on release day and go, oh, I'll have that. I had issues with the Wii. I had issues with the original Xbox. I had issues with the Xbox 360. Like getting my pre-orders in and them not being fulfilled. Mental. So yeah, I was more than like, just like you said, went down there and it was quite funny. There was probably about 10 of us, and it was like having a midnight release again. There was about 10 people down there, and one mate had driven all the way from Salisbury, which is about an hour and a half drive down to Eastleigh because they weren't selling them at his store. So yeah, so he come all the way down to Eastleigh to get it. So yeah, it's done really well. 10.36 million units. But like Gene Jokes put here, my son wasn't going to bother. Smith said it in stock and just got it on a whim.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's actually like really helped the sales numbers, the fact that they can actually get it into the shops more so than other recent console releases.
And it's like we were saying about these two titles being on Game of the Year, and I think it's mainly they are like Donkey Kong was fantastic. That's another great game. I felt it was going to finish earlier and it went on a lot longer, so I got a good amount of time out of that game. And Mario Kart is Mario Kart. It sells loads, and they're already saying it's already outsold what the Wii U sold in its entire life as in the physical games. And probably by the end of this year, it would have probably already outsold the Wii U. So the Switch 2, I love my Switch 2. The only thing I was saying to you earlier, Tim, the only bugbear I have on it is I play a lot of handheld gaming, so I can put things on TV, play handheld. I do like, do you know what I mean? I like to just watch, like shadow watch stuff if it's on, like that's how I done the traitors and stuff. Just watch that while I was playing the game. And Tim's froze again. Oh, he's back. And then and I found the battery life just isn't as good. So I'm hoping that they either can sort these out. Because I know there's some new mobile phones that have got these new style of batteries that last a lot longer. I just find in portable mode, the battery life just isn't as good as I'd want it to be. But I do have it on all singing, all dancing, because I don't want to compromise. I want it in 120 hertz. I want it full screen. I mean, it's not even an LED screen. I want it, if I'm playing it handheld, I want it all singing, all dancing. But I think it's already doubled the Wii U sales. Yeah.
Yeah, to show, I think the Wii is really underrated console. It's very good, but something was up with it. It's like the marketing wasn't there. People didn't know what it was. Like loads of people thought the Wii U was a new controller. It's like, no, it's a whole new console. I mean, I've got a Wii U. I think it's great.
Have I? Yeah,
there's some really cool games on it. Love the Wii U, but it's
I found
had the love.
You found it weird when you go for a release and it's already dropped. So I remember like going to pick it up, and I think the price had dropped from when I actually went and bought it. So what I thought I was going to pay wasn't what I paid. I paid less because they had dropped the price on it. Because obviously, that same thing happened with the GameCube. I remember going and getting the GameCube, and I'd pre-ordered a bundle with 2 controllers. This is back at like Dixon's years ago. I remember going in and they were going, right, well, what you've pre-ordered is this, but if you want to continue and pay what you already thought you'd pay, you could get an extra controller and an extra game. So so it is just double check Switch 2 and Mario Kart, £409, which is so at the minute Argos have got the Switch 2 Mario Kart bundle for £409. So that is about £20, about £20 cheaper than what it is everywhere else. The only thing that really annoyed me is literally the Mario is just a code. There's no game in the box. It's not physical. I know Ollie ended up buying it physical and selling his digital code, which is what I should have done, to be honest, idiot. Because I've got every single Mario Kart physical except for this one. At the minute, it's just a bit of paper flapping around with a code on it. But yeah, I wish they'd done more with a Wii U gamepad. The games that special, it was brilliant. There was a game I got before, obviously the whole shop and everything. What was it called? And it used all of like the screen. It was so like the touch controls, and you're like a little ship flying around. It was called like, I've forgotten what it's called, but it was brilliant. And it's only on Wii U, and you use like, remember a little pen that come out. The thing is, it was bulky, wasn't it? But it was comfortable.
Yeah.
It was bulky.
One of my favorite Wii U games was Zombie U, which I don't know how it plays on other consoles. We can get Zombie U on other things, but on the Wii U, there's a really good multiplayer option where one player had the TV screen, and then you had the nunchuck and the analog stick, so it's first person. They could go around like shooting all the zombies. The other player was like the zombie horde master, and you had the tablet and the pin, and you would be able to like place the zombies down on the map. And like as you play zombies, there'd be things you could do to upgrade them. Then you started getting like zombies that had armor on, or zombies that could spit acid and stuff. And the other players there trying to like go around and win all these bases. Completely different experiences for each player. And then after a round, you could swap or you could stay as you were. And playing is like the tower defense kind of zombie game on the tablet. But everything you spawn on the tablet game is creating a zombie for the other player that's playing a first-person shooter. I just thought that was absolutely brilliant. It was such a fun game. It was really cool.
I'll tell you what was the hardest? Did you ever play the Star Fox game? Okay, that was
I don't think I did, no.
Mate, so that one, you're like you're controlling in front of you, but you're also looking about, well, you're basically got to try and look at 2 screens. I found it really hard. But like you said, the games on that title, they speak for themselves because they've all been ported. They've all been ported, even Xenoblade. If you like to have against Pixel jokes, and I was hoping Switch 2 was going to have that way you could play on TV and handheld for extras. So was I, but it's weird, isn't it? It's like the Switch. When you look at the Switch, the progression, the Wii U was like the progression from the Switch. Do you know what I mean? Like, look at the Switch, look at the Wii U, look at that progression of having it in your hand, but also being able to play on the big screen. I love playing Duke Nukem 3D using a PS1 link cable. Yeah, it's fantastic. But that. Anything else or more on
No,
Nintendo?
I'm happy to move on to the next topic.
So next topic is the PlayStation Portal has a new update. Well, the update's been in beta for a year, but it now has. Yeah, it now has confirmation. I'm just going to quickly find the official release that they have. After a year in beta, cloud streaming officially arrives on PlayStation. So a year later, Sony is ready to officially launch the feature that will go live in November the 5th at 6 p.m. as well as continued ability to play select games from the PlayStation Plus games catalog and classics catalog. The officially launched cloud streaming service that also adds the ability to play select digital PlayStation 5 games from the player's own library.
Select quite a lot there.
Yeah, I have said that. According to Sony's full list of cloud-supported games, it's a total of 2,793 games from the PlayStation Store that can be streamed on PlayStation Portal via the cloud if the player already owns them games. For PlayStation Plus Premium members, a further 196 games from the PlayStation Plus games catalog and 107 from the Classics catalog can be streamed, as well as 75 free-to-play titles. Sony says the ability to use cloud streaming on the portal to play the user's own library of games makes new possibilities beyond simply being able to stream their games on the move without having to rely on remote play, which requires their PS5 to be on at home. So that's a big update, because that was the one thing for me. Like, you look at this, I haven't got a portal.
No, it doesn't appeal to me, to be honest.
It didn't appeal to me because I felt it. I just didn't think it would work great. I thought if you could hack it or you could mod it, it would be brilliant. But the fact now you can stream, so someone can play, so you can play the PS5, and then someone else can sit there and play something completely different now through the cloud, which is what I think it needs.
Also, the cloud gaming on there, I kind of feel like that should have been a feature from day one. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's why you get the handheld. If you compare that to like a Steam Deck, obviously the Xbox Alloy, that's what it's all about. It's like having a cloud platform to access your games from everywhere. But to have a handheld you can't leave the house with just seemed weird for me from the start, especially at the price point it was at. It's like, I don't have any desire for that. The only thing I suppose it's good for is like if you're at home and you've got a family that are, you know, using your home like lounge space and your TV, and you want to be able to play your PlayStation games remotely at home, sure. But what if, you know, it felt to me like a bit of a misfire when it first came out, and now they've announced this. Now it's like it's now doing the thing that every other handheld seems to do already, like a big announcement update. It's a little bit. Is it too little, too late? Do people like the Portal though? I don't really know anyone that's got one.
No, neither do I.
I'm let us know in the chat if you've got one, if you like it. Like, I mean, all that aside, that might actually be good. Do you know what I mean? It might play the games really well. And in PS5 quality games on a handheld, brilliant.
Let's be honest. The screen, you know, will be good. The controller on both sides will feel fantastic. I personally just feel the infrastructure's not there yet. This is how I feel games will be going. I feel it will be bloody streamed, because a lot of these newer, like a lot of the kids nowadays are more interested in playing free-to-play games that you then have to buy extra bits on. They're not really not as fussed as we are with physical media. And I feel like this, if you had the infrastructure where 5G was everywhere and great connection everywhere, and you could just log on, link to your phone's Wi-Fi, and then just stream it from there. Do you know what I mean? Or because then that's how it should be used, because it doesn't have the storage capacity on there to download it and physically play it. You have to stream it all. It just seems that it's a bit of, like you said, a misfire. I feel hopefully they bring a new one out, which they learn from the mistakes on this and give it some memory that you can download. At least you're going to at least be able to download one AAA game that you could then take on the move and play. Because like you said, being able to play PS5 games on an OLED screenish, I don't think it is, but I'm just saying a great screen with haptic feedback controller. it looks like Chris Dunn's put here. It's excellent. We could do with more titles on the streaming service, but it's early days, I guess. And like you're saying, this makes me think, should I start looking in? I'll quite happily pick a second-hand one up.
And even like this is what I was getting at before. I mean, this is where I mostly play. Come back to that. So I was going to put this from Gene Jake as well. 2 secs.
I keep pressing it, and you do as well.
People only love it mostly so they can play when their kids are watching cartoons. I mean, that's why I play my Steam Deck a lot.
Amazing.
Is that I'm not playing my Steam Deck out the house. I'm playing it at home, and it's a handheld. I don't really play it docked that often. And it's so if I want to play something, I can play on my Steam Deck, and the kids are watching cartoons and stuff on the TV. Let's come back to this thing there saying, isn't the PS6 supposed to be a handheld? So, like you said earlier, it looks like it's going down that route where it's that accessibility, isn't it? So if it's the docked handheld, look at the Steam Deck, the Xbox Alloy. I think PS6, if it is one, it will be like the Switch and Switch 2, like the Steam Deck, where you can dock it, have it as a console, and have it as a handheld. And if the next generation is able to do that with like the same standard or higher of the current, imagine a PS5 Pro, but you can take it with you as a handheld. Even that would be something special. So let's see what they come up with.
You look at the size of the Steam Deck; it is huge. And then an Evercade, it
is a beast.
It's a beast. It's a beast. It's a pocket PC. It'd be interesting. I really want to have a go on a Portal. I haven't got one yet.
I don't know who's got one. Yeah,
I might. It said if they drop or Black Friday sale, or I can get one for peanuts in CEX or on eBay. I might drop on it, but then it means I'm then tied into getting PS Plus again. But PlayStation Portal. I've got an update.
I mean, PlayStation Portal in Argos at the moment is just under £200. PlayStation Portal PS5 White is 179. So not horrendous money.
No, there is one more topic I've got, and that is mainly to be down with the kids. And that is Simpsons has come to Fortnite. Like, I don't play Fortnite at all, but my son was playing it, and I could not get over how bloody good this looked. I really hope someone gets this map or they do something with it, because everything is done. Like, everything is there. I'll show you these screenshots of it. It is unbelievable. So he was playing it, and I was like, but the problem I found is that he doesn't have nostalgia for The Simpsons. He's not into anything like that. And it was a bit like, I know it still comes out, but it's not as big as it was when we were younger.
Yeah.
But it looks fantastic. 155 in there. So look, it's the full cell shaded graphics. The map's huge. It's got loads of little Easter eggs. So Marge, has her Hoover as a pickaxe, which is also her weapon from Simpsons Arcade. Look at it. It looks fantastic. I wish someone gets this map and turns it into a proper Simpsons game, like a proper. Can you imagine Hit and Run 2? I just don't understand why no one's doing that.
Springfield, fully made. It looks good.
So my son hasn't been playing Fortnite. He played it for years and years. And I went, right, there's a Simpsons one. He went, I don't really play it. I said, I don't care. Just download it. I want to have a look. I want you to play it because I can't play. I want him to have a look and show me what it is like. And it is fantastic. Look at it. It looks amazing.
I mean, I'm tempted to give it a go. I've never played Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, stream it.
But it is free, isn't it? So
it's free. I reckon, Tim, we should stream it, Tim.
So it's literally going blind. I'm going to get it and stream it, having never played Fortnite before, and to see if I just get absolutely owned.
We will. Yeah. So look at the map. The map is huge.
Yeah.
And like you're saying, so people haven't played Fortnite. It's a battle royale game. You get out into you basically one versus however many. You have to basically survive to the end, and then there's a ring that shrinks, and if you're outside that ring, your health starts to die. So it then forces you It's like
Okay,
it forces you to like, wherever this ring goes, it forces you there, which then stops people from just camping out and being there all the time. It then forces you into it. But look at that, like that map. It's a lot, and it's not tiny either. And it flies over. You always normally it's called the battle bus, but this battle bus you can see in the out shadow. It's definitely the old school bus driver. I've got his blooming name now. Otto. That's it. So yes, Otto. And then like it's got look, Mr. Burns. It's even got the emergency release the hounds button there. It's got. Oh, I really hope. But the thing is, they probably won't. They'll even just they'll just leave it, won't they? Krusty Burger. It I couldn't get over how well this looked. And then and then they're also doing. I don't know if this is out yet, but they're doing Fortnite Brick Life. So it's the Lego Fortnite. There's a Lego add-ons to the Fortnite franchise.
Just sort of looking at the comments from Gene Jake there, getting stung with some high bills from kids playing on Fortnite and spending loads of money. That's the thing that Fortnite, I think, was one of the first massive games that did this. And it put me off ever really trying it. And that's, the game's free, but there's loads of in-app purchase. Now, I could not fathom spending 500 quid on like in-app purchase stuff on the games. And I'm sorry to hear you had to deal that, Duke. But it's going in, be like, I wouldn't pay for, I wouldn't mind paying for a game and being like, this game is 50 quid, buy this game sort of thing, and then it's yours and you own it. Fine. But saying a game's free, it's like, you can buy this for a £5, this for a £10, this. And some of the stuff you can buy is like nothing. It's like, you can have a hat for £10. It's like, why would you spend your money on that? But people do, and they make loads of money from it. And I think because it's been so successful and because it's made loads of money, it's made other studios want to do the same format. It's like, a game's free, but you can buy loads of in-app purchase and loads of stuff in game. It's very different to what we grew up with, isn't it, really? So it's not really our format. So I've never been tempted to try Fortnite. Simpsons, however, is my jam, so I might want to play some Simpsons.
So what it is that like you can spend all kinds of money on all kinds of crap, but they have a battle pass system, and normally that was about £7. So and then that will give you up to maybe 100 levels, was it? So every level you upgrade, you'll get something. You could be a skin, it could be an axe, it could be a parachute thing that you float down with, it could be it's all kinds of random little things you can get. It could be extra V-Bucks. So what we used to do is my son used to like say he would, for his pocket money, or he was good, he would then get that battle pass and then he would rinse that to hell, and that would last, I think it lasts about 2 months. So £7 for 2 months when your kid's playing it for X amount, it wasn't too bad. And obviously I had it locked down, unlike Gene. Luckily they gave him £100 store credit back when he spent 500, which is mental. But I can't see the appeal of a constant drop in and survival game. You can do it in 2v2s, you can do it in pair and teams. I personally think that sort of map they've made and created there would be amazing if it was an open world game with all kinds of stuff in it.
I think as well, I think I would struggle with those sorts of games is the people that do play just play that and nothing else and absolutely love it, right? So if I go in, I'm used to playing like all these solo campaign games on all my consoles. If I jumped into a battle royale game, I wouldn't stand a chance. I'd probably just get absolutely annihilated straight away. I'm tempted to try it just for the Simpsons.
Download it.
I'll give it a go. I'll give it a go.
Log into the Twitch and stream it. Give me the details. Log in, because that'd be hilarious. See how you get on. But
I'm not going to predict I'll do very well.
Not Tim Has One Life, because I don't think you'll last very long.
It'll be a very short episode of Tim Has One Life. It'll be
interesting. So I don't play it, but when I had played it, I would just like camp and try and like snipe people off and then just get my ass handed to me. Whereas I watched my son play and he's so good, and I was just like, bloody hell, how do you even do that? Like, that's just from years and years of playing it. But that's So that's what I'm saying. You're not at school as a kid, battling with your mates, spending hours, maybe not without. Exactly. It's like do you know what I mean? You remember the first time you were online? Like, can you imagine having your class of mates that are always online, meeting up and playing a game? I don't, like you said, you could play
Didn't
it for
really have
hours.
online game. The thing that I think I remember from school most of like doing that was having Pokemon Gen 1 on the Game Boy, and I had the transfer cable. And
Same, man.
so like we'd go home over the weekend, we'd be like trying to level up our Pokemon, come back Monday morning and then like be fighting. And then like, you bring out the one you've been leveling up all weekend. It's like, yes, I've got this thing that's level like 50 now, and having that battle. So that was always fun.
But can you imagine, like, go home and it's basically like being on the phone with all your group of mates from school. Do you know what I mean? They don't realize how lucky they are to have that, because we didn't. But it's like, and then it's frustrating because if it was like actually missions and stuff like that, then it would be good. Because I remember I played the Assassin's Creed at I think it was one of the Assassin's Creed games. I think it was the French one. Had like a bit of a multiplayer mode that you could meet up, and I met a couple of people at work that had it, and we would meet up and play till about 2 or 3 in the morning. But we'd do all the missions together, and that was really good. Yeah. Could you imagine having like a group of 8 or 10 of you, all just talking and having a laugh? But the thing is, they start screaming and shouting and arguing and kicking off and throwing stuff, and that was the stuff that I had to deal with. But Simpsons Fortnite, it'd be quite funny to watch Tim play it. Yeah. Let us know in the chat if you want to see Tim stream.
Don't think it's going to be much Fortnite. Tim playing Simpsons Fortnite.
Yeah. How long can he last without getting killed? So that is another episode of Total Modcons in the bag. That is mental. But before we go, I've got a little bit of housekeeping, and it is happening again. Bristol VGE is Saturday the 28th of February 2026. I will now quickly copy and paste this link and chuck it in the live chat. I'll also leave it on paste. That's in there, so you can visit. And if you scroll down, it's 109 days, but if you scroll down, we can see who's actually going to be, who's been announced. So there's a LAN area of Minecraft. If you're a student, you can get 30% off your tickets. But if you use the code TVG, you will also get money off your tickets. And oh, look, there's our own trouser accident king himself. Ollie Barnett is there with the microphone in hand. Why me and you've been cut out, Tim?
I don't know. We've been chopped. Just
we've been dropped.
Ollie there.
So the Oliver Twins will be there.
Where the screen goes black behind Oliver Twins, we're probably there.
Yeah. The Oliver Twins have been announced. So if you've got that MLK card, make sure you bring it with you. You could get it signed by the Oliver Twins. How good would that be? They are brilliant. We've interviewed them before. You've got John Riggs is coming. Dan Gutteridge. This guy's a original Sonic game artist. He'll be also selling some of his own artist. That is mental. His original pieces as well.
Nice.
Get them signed. And these are some of the stuff. There's some of the traders that will be there. Retro Bristol are really good. They do all kinds of like modded consoles and stuff, all like bells and whistles and lights and all kinds of stuff going on. And then the debug area, our boys at debug will be there. Calcium Crusader, he's redone that. The Book of Abominations, we've had him on as well. That game is fantastic. I can't wait for that to come out. But there'll be a little area there. Stuff still getting announced. So the University of West England, the French campus. Bristol Video Games Expo will be bumping this until it starts, but I can't wait. What about you, Tim?
Yeah. They're always good events. There's a lot going on, and I'm sure there'll be loads of other stuff to be announced close time. But to have Oliver Twins announced right off the bat is amazing, because they always do good talks. And honestly, like, I could listen to the Oliver Twins talk for hours and hours, because they just done so much. And the thing I love about the Oliver Twins is they pioneered stuff. They pushed things forward, but they didn't gatekeep. They kind of shared what they learned. They said, "Oh, actually, what if we did this with sprites, and we could actually then transfer these sprites onto this platform, and then they would just let other people use that technology and bring other developers in." And some of the stories of some of the stuff they've done is excellent. So
that's what I'm saying. If you haven't seen our chat with them, go through the playlist and watch it. Or find it on the podcast on the link because I've put it on there. They are like they are nuts, man. They are just constantly like talking and all kinds of different stories about them making a whole game and releasing it in a month. Just both of them in their bedroom back at home when they were kids, just like making games with ease without even realizing that they would spend that long making them. But yeah, getting their games published and seeing them, it's and the story about I won't say the full story, but about Bad Boys. Remember?
Yeah, that was a cool one.
Yeah, about them creating a game on a film which they weren't allowed to actually use the actual likeness of the characters.
That's things like learning about how they do all the movie tie-ins was really cool because they mentioned like with the Ghostbusters 2, they got the script, but they wouldn't actually be able to see the film. No. When they made the ooze in the game is green. Because they didn't know that the ooze was like pink until they saw the movie, which they didn't get to see until after they made the game. So it's like that's why when you see a lot of movie time games, there's things that are wrong because the game developers don't get to see the movie. They're lucky if they get to see a script, so they kind of get some very limited details.
Also, I've been doing my sticker book. I haven't had a sticker book since I was a kid, and I walked in, saw Mario one, and I thought, you know what? I'm getting it, and I'm about 6 episodes in. I had to wait till payday to buy some more because bloody hell, they are expensive. But what I ended up doing is going on eBay, and I managed to get like 30 packs for 20 quid.
Wow!
So I just got 30 packs.
All your pocket money on.
And then once I've got them, I'm just going to sell all my swaps and then hopefully be able to use that money to then fund and get the ones I need. But if that should get me through, but there's this poster which has all the Mario, like it either has the different types of Mario which came out of each game, or on the other side it has all his covers of his game. So I can't wait, and they're all shiny as well. So I can't wait to have that. And I don't know where I'm going to put it in here, but I will have that up when I've done that. But yeah, I'm releasing one a day at the minute. Really enjoying it. Mate, it's really weird. Like I've managed to master how to get them on as well. Because
I was just about to say it's mesmerizing watching it. Oh, here's this one. Put it on. Whoop, done. I'm like, how are you so good at putting stickers on stuff? I'll be there. No, do it again. Oh no, corner's wrong.
To be fair,
just go put it on.
I am pretty quick, but I have had to edit it down to make it into a short. I don't want it to be over the shorts, so it's between a minute to 2 minutes. So yeah, I don't know how. I just seem to have been able to master lining it up and wallop straight. I find as soon as you line it, just go for it. like make sure it's like just go for it. But yeah, so coming up next week, another episode of TP. Hopefully, I've got a special guest lined up. I've been talking. Don't know if people have speak to. Was it a boy and his dog? He's finally answered my email, so hopefully, I'm trying to get him to join us. I'm in talks with Sean as well because he's doing the rounds. And hopefully he'll be sending us some stuff for our Christmas giveaway, which I have asked for a magic cloth that everyone wanted last time when he sent us a couple of years back. If you aren't a member, we are also part of TVG. Use the QR code above my head here. That will take you straight to our Facebook group. Tim is an absolute machine in there. That is what he looks after. It's constantly in there. And what is it at the minute, Tim? It is
arcade.
So we are, So it's the month of the arcade. As usual, give us a like. Let us know you've been here. Anything else from you, Tim?
No, I think we're gonna hopefully come back with Game Club soon. We'll put some stuff in the Facebook group about voting for the next game, and then we'll book in a stream on a Friday night to jump in. Anyone is welcome to join that. And then we'll pick the next game. And then we'll also be back at some point with the Steam Deck podcast. We've been saying we haven't done one of those for a while. So lots coming up, I think. So, yeah, subscribe and stay tuned.
Yeah. And the Christmas episode, I can't wait for that. We've got some stuff lined up. Also, be doing the 12 days of Christmas. So I need to get some music off of you, Mr. David Newland, at some point. But it's not far away, mate. I was in the shop today. I saw it was like 45 days. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, that is another episode in the bag. So we will see you guys next week. Hopefully Ollie is back and hasn't had a trouser accident. But
my current camera doesn't make my hand blur anymore.
Yeah,
my signature hand blur is gone. It doesn't work anymore.
We'll see you in the next one. Bye.